Thanks for tuning into this week's video. It's been a year on YouTube. Crazy. I'm so thrilled that it's been a year. It's just been a crazy roller coaster of emotions. I've learned things, I've grown, I've cried, I've laughed. It's been fun, it's been hard. Being on YouTube is an experience, that's for sure. And today I'm just gonna talk to you about what the year's been like for me and what my future on YouTube looks like. So thanks for tuning in. The first thing I wanna say is thank you so much to every person who has subscribed to my channel and supported me through this. There isn't many of you, but I value you so much. I appreciate you so much. I never thought that I would have even the small amount of subscribers that I have. So thank you so much. It's not as easy as people think. First thing I guess I should talk about is just my year of YouTube and everything that has gone down. It's been really, really hard. After the twins were born, it got harder. I did a lot of videos when I was pregnant, and I wanted to do that because I knew as soon as the babies were born that I wouldn't have as much time. So I did 2 videos a week, and that worked really, really well. And it was so fun. I had like a day a week where I would sit down and plan them, and then I would have fun filming them, have fun editing them, learning the software, learning my camera. I still am learning. And then as soon as I had the twins, it got less and less and less fun. I felt like this hobby was a job that I didn't like. It's like when you start a job and you're so excited and you're like, this is gonna be like the most fun thing ever. And then you kind of are there for 6 months, you kind of just exist there and you just go to work, do your job and come home. Like it's nothing fun for me anymore. That's because my priorities changed, right? I had babies. I had Theo before, but he was like 1. It was just fun to do something other than like interact with him. But having 3 kids under 2 is just like a lot, and my priorities just shifted. I wanted to spend most of my time with my babies, and they needed a lot of care and a lot of love, and I didn't have time to like have fun thinking about YouTube topics and researching them and getting like figuring out the best way of filming and learning how to film different ways and learning my camera and just like continuing my YouTube growth wasn't a priority anymore. So every week that I did it got harder and harder to turn on my camera. That being said, I noticed that when I did YouTube, my kids suffered. Obviously, like, strong word, people are like, oh my God, your kids suffer. Like, what do you mean? But like when you have to film you're their whole life, like you're their mom, especially the twins. I either had to do YouTube when they were sleeping, which was extremely hard. I had to film them or film with them, and when I film, like their world just kind of gets put on hold. Like it's hard, and I don't want that. I also don't want them to feel second to something. That's something that I never want my kids to feel, and I have to put them first. I felt like I was doing 100 things. Out of those 100 things, what's the most important? And YouTube was never the most important thing. So it would just be a burden and just exhausting. I didn't enjoy it anymore. There's things behind the scenes of YouTube that a lot of people don't know. They just think, oh, it's fun to post videos. And like my whole week, like when I was doing 1 video a week, like that's still a lot. And you have to plan the video, you have to find the topic, plan the video, you have to film the video, you have to download the footage, which takes forever. And then you have to edit the footage. There's just like a lot of behind the scenes where it's not just uploading a video. And then if you want your channel to succeed, you also have to do social media, and social media is extremely hard. I give props to influencers. I give props to like big YouTube stars. That is so hard. Literally, you have to be on your phone all the time. And I've never been the type to be on my phone all the time. I like being present. I like spending my time. I would rather meditate, or like I sound kind of like a hippie, but like I would rather put my feet on the grass and just do yoga outside than be on my phone. It's fine if people do it. I give you props if you do it, because it takes effort to be like, oh, I should take a picture of that, or I should post that. You know, I always forget. There's multiple times where I'm like, that was cute, or like I should have posted that. I just miss out because I don't have my phone on me. It was really, really hard for me to grow my Instagram account, and Instagram really, really helps when you have a YouTube channel. It wasn't working for me. However, it was really, really fun to record my son's birthday and Christmas and have those memories, because I probably wouldn't have done it unless I had a YouTube channel. So that's awesome that I have like home movies. I hope that like I get to continue to just do that privately. That was really fun, and like learning something that I could use, like how to use my camera and how to edit videos and all that kind of stuff. That was really, really fun to learn. Sometimes when you're a mom, you feel like you're just kind of like toddler brain, where you only know toddler language or baby language, and you don't talk to adults, so you don't really feel like you're like mentally growing or like intelligent at all. And so it was really nice to like have a hobby where I'm like using my brain. So that was kind of like my year. A lot of struggles there. This year, so my renewal date for like my programs are coming up, and I was just talking to Shane and just kind of figuring out like, do I want to continue doing this? Is this something that I feel passionate about continuing, and is this important in our lives? A lot of different things that I want to focus on in my life right now. I obviously want to focus on my family. My kids are most important. My marriage. I have been pregnant for like 3 years, basically straight. And so Jane and I haven't really done like one-on-one time, and I'm really excited for the twins to turn 1, to be finished breastfeeding and be able to travel. And so I just have to kind of go back just a little bit and just to say like how hard it is with kids to do YouTube. This is a prime example. So I recorded half this video, and then I had to go feed Freya. They're both sleeping right now. It's 8 at night. So I put them to bed at 6:30. I showered, I did my hair, I did my makeup, I changed just for this video. And after this video is done, I'm going to take off all my makeup that I just applied and like get in my pajamas, because it's 8 o'clock. Like, I had to feed her, and then I talked a little bit more, and then had to shut it off again because Griffin woke up and had to feed him. Like, it's extremely hard to do this with twins. So things that I want to focus on and like my priorities right now are family, like I said, marriage. With focusing on my marriage, Shane and I are also writing a book together, so that is like a big hobby of ours that we are doing, and I want to put as much energy as I can into that. And worrying about YouTube is just like been really, really hard with that. It is starting to get really nice here in Canada, like Alberta, Canada now, which is really funny seeing that it's like the end of April, but it just started to warm up. The snow is finally melted, and we are planning on gardening this year in our new house, so that is going to take up a lot of time as well. And just like traveling to go see family, doing things outdoors with Theo, it's just gonna get a bit much, and I just really want to be in the moment with those things, because life is short and your kids grow so fast in a blink of an eye. They're just that much older, and it's crazy. So I just want to take in as much as possible. I also really want to focus on my physical and mental health. There was a time when, since Shane's in the military, where he was gone for a long time. He was gone for about a year before we had Theo. I had time to focus on my physical and mental health so much. Like, I did yoga twice a day. I woke up and I did yoga in the morning, and then when I came home from work, I'd do bedtime yoga, and then I would like shower and like read for an hour, and then I would journal. Like, I did a lot of these like mental health practices, and it really, really helped me a lot. A lot of things just didn't affect me anymore. Small things happened at work, or someone said something, it would just like, it wouldn't even get to me. I would just be like, this is just like, yeah, whatever, and I would just shrug it off. And I noticed that like the more stressed out I am, the more that I don't focus on me and fill my cup, the more things agitate me, the more things get to me, the more I nitpick at situations that really are silly and petty, and I don't want to be that person. And I really want to focus on my mental health and make sure that that doesn't happen and just be a better person. That takes constant practice. That's not something where I'm like, I'm gonna be a better person and just be it. Like, your emotions, your hormones are just like very heightened, like being a mom, being a woman. And so trying to control and like learn control, just kind of being like this enlightened self, is really, really hard. It's a journey in itself, and I really want to get back on it because I was there, and then I got pregnant, and then hormones took over, and that is extremely hard to do when you're very hormonal. And I've been very hormonal for like 3 years. So yeah, I still have those hormones going through my body because I'm breastfeeding. The doctors say that that won't go away till 2 years after breastfeeding. So that's nice, that's great. Thanks for that. But I also want to focus on women's health again, like just like in general. A lot of women's health nowadays gets put on the back burner. I really want to be part of the solution in that. I had a doula when I gave birth to Theo, and I had like a midwife, and I really want to be part of that community, I think. So I think that's my next step. I'm going to try and do that, I think. That's kind of where I'm leaning. And I just really want to help people breastfeed. A lot of people here statistically don't breastfeed because they don't have support. Breastfeeding can be very hard. It's very difficult for some women, and I was one of those women. And if I didn't have the support that I did, I understand why women just like quit and are like, I'm just gonna do formula, because the stress and the mental toll that it takes is just like really demanding, and I want to be part of that solution. So I think I'm gonna go towards like being a breastfeeding doula. I think that is like a big priority of mine that I really, really want to focus on. And all of these things that I want to focus on, YouTube takes away. So I do think that I'm gonna put it on hold. This is going to be my last video, the foreseeable future, till I basically have all of these things done and I feel comfortable picking this up again, where I kind of know like what I want my channel to be, how I want my channel to help people. I think that once like I do some doula training and some breastfeeding training, I think maybe it might go that way, where I might help people with the breastfeeding journey. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I need to sit down and I need to really think about where I want my YouTube to go. And I don't think I want it focused around my children, because I don't think it's healthy for them as they grow. Eliminate that privacy. They deserve privacy, and me just making that decision for them to take it away, for them to be online for the world to see, is kind of unfair. If I do start YouTube back up, it'll be a personal YouTube channel where it's mostly about me and what I can do for my YouTube community. I definitely won't return before the winter or later, but nothing before that. The summertime, I'm just gonna take the summer off. Things really need to die down in my family. Twins are just so demanding. They're very hands-on, and having 2 babies like that is very difficult. I can barely like keep up with my house, like let alone the whole YouTube shenanigans. Just kind of wanted to like obviously like update you guys on what's happening and my thoughts, my experience on my full year of YouTube and what YouTube is like. I can't put 100% in it, and I don't want to do anything that I can't put 100% into. Right now I have to put 100% into my family and my babies and my husband. Really hope that I can come back and be better and have better videos for you guys. But right now I just kind of have to sign off, give myself grace to space and figure out what future holds. The future is so uncertain, especially in these times, and when you're a mom, you just have to adapt and you have to list out, okay, what are my priorities? And this is something that I have to give up right now. I'm okay with that because, man, it is a lot of work. Just want to thank you guys again for all of your support. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble about my year in YouTube, and I really hope that in the future I come back and I can help as many women and new moms as possible. And if you want to follow me on Instagram to keep up with me, I don't post often. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much, and I hope to see you guys in the new year. Thanks so much.